Do you know how a young psychiatrist in the early 1900s discovered who had stolen money in a hospital without conducting any interrogation and without having any physical evidence? The man was Carl Jung, and what he did that day forever changed the way we analyze the human mind. The story goes like this. In a psychiatric clinic, a doctor's wallet disappears. The suspects are 3 nurses. All 3 claim to be innocent. All 3 have a perfect alibi. The police are at a complete loss. Jung says, "Leave it to me. I don't need evidence. I only need a stopwatch." Jung summons the nurses one by one and proposes a seemingly innocent game, word association. He would say a word, and they had to respond immediately with the first thing that came to their mind. Jung started with mundane words. Sky, answer blue. Bread, answer eat. Tree, answer green. Everyone answered quickly. Everything seemed normal, but Jung had hidden trap words in the list linked to the theft. Words like thief, drawer, money, police. And here is the genius trick. Jung wasn't listening to what they answered. He knew they could lie with words. He was measuring how much time it took them to answer. With 2 nurses, the time was constant, half a second for every word. But with the 3rd nurse, something invisible happened. When Jung said drawer, the nurse hesitated. It took him a second and a half to answer. When he said money, it took him 2 seconds. The nurse answered logically, but his brain had frozen for an instant. Why? Because when a word touches a guilty secret, the mind short-circuits. It has to stop the instinctive answer, which would be the truth, and construct a lie. That microsecond of silence was the confession. Jung confronted him. The nurse broke down and returned the money. This technique is still valid today and is the most powerful weapon for analyzing the person standing in front of you. It is called response latency. When you ask someone an uncomfortable question, don't listen to their excuses. Don't listen to the story they tell you. Listen to the rhythm. The truth is liquid. It flows fast because it already exists in memory. A lie is solid. It must be built. It requires effort. If you ask your partner, "Where were you last night?" and there is a pause, a deep breath, or a repetition of the question before the answer, that is Jung's stopwatch ticking. Their brain is working to hide something. The silence before the answer screams much louder than words.